Ragnarobb.
That's your intro music.
For intro, it's just gonna be that cut out. Alright, just fucking Discorded it, aired it out, got the shit live. We're live. Yeah, we're live now.
We're live on the ChaZthyGreat channel.
We're here on the ChaZthyGreat podcast with Robert Van Dongen, Ragnarobb.
Are you ready for all the unsubs?
No, actually, I don't lose subs. Actually, I gained more subs from doing fucking streams. Actually.
Oh, nice.
I gained about 10 over a week from streaming.
Oh, I did. So there's somebody in the Birdkeeper Toby Discord right now, just hanging about doing nothing, and it's one of the moderators. So I hopped in, I was like, "Yo, there's this really fucking scary moderator in this Discord. Do you know her?" She's like, "Yeah, Sakurai." I'm like, "Oh fuck, she's scary," and then it just left.
God, wait, the Discord or just the
yeah. In Birdkeeper Toby's Discord, she's there. He's got one moderator who's a really diplomatic old woman. She's actually only about 21, but she sounds about it. And she frightens me because she's so intensely diplomatic.
You were heckin' scared.
I'm heckin' concerned by her diplomacy.
Is she quite a strict female?
Yeah, she sounds like a math teacher.
Oh god, math teachers.
Oh, worst.
Oh dear. No, maths is like. I know it's like fucking, because I used to have like a positively negative attitude against maths. But then I realised it was just the algebra bit that I couldn't do. Everything else I'm sort of okay with.
Hot damn. Call the police now.
Let's change the fucking conversation. We don't talk about maths on a Friday night.
I like Pythagoras' theorem. It's my favourite theorem.
Do you want me to end the podcast right now?
Triangle. Yeah, fuck, sure, I'll go have a wank. I mean, I'll go play video games.
You know how you told me before this week started that it's best to have about, how many was it? 5 wanks a week with at least 2 using material, or at most 2. No. Or was it less?
Right. If we're gonna immediately start talking about masturbation, what I said was the healthiest way to habitually masturbate is no more than once per day. Ideally, maybe once every 2 days, if not less. And don't use material so much. You should, like, if you're gonna. So, for example, if you're gonna wank 5 times in a week, 2 to 3 of those times should be purely with your imagination and not with any kind of pornographic material.
All 5 I used pornographic material.
Or what, sorry?
In all 5 I used pornographic material.
Yeah, of course you did, because you're a fucking child.
Well,
just imagine the hentai.
It's difficult, man. You can't just do that. It's so hard to imagine.
Oh my god, there was a fucking Reddit story that was amazing.
What was that?
There was a guy, right, so there was a Reddit story of a guy who wanted to have a wank. But what happened was he wanted to have a wank and it got really late at night. And there's a family computer that he'd normally watch porn on, but it got so late at night that his parents turned off the internet, so he had no porn. What he did have, however, was some animation software. So he quickly animated his porn with stickman. And then he puts animated the dude nutting in her mouth, came, shut down the software and repressed the memory for 17 years. He animated his own porn!
What was it, like the fucking like pivot stick figure, like? How can my man business to that? How was my man? How was my man gonna do it to that?
This is the fucking Owen levels of treachery. Oh fuck! Oh, I forgot about that.
Whoops! Misleading content. I forgot to change the tags on the stream.
Oh,
so it's just a bunch of no. It's just Pokemon Black, White 2.
No! You see,
yeah. I need to change this. I need to alter this very quickly.
So things that we need to talk about, just to prompt you. Smash Ballot for Smash 5.
Oh, yeah, of course. Shrek.
Boku no Hero Academia Season 3. Shrek? Oh, I see, for the Smash Ballot, yeah.
Oh, no. Do you remember when that was a
Shrek?
thing? And people were actually tweeting it out, thinking they'd come up with some grand idea. They were hopping on them fresh memes, thinking they were fucking spicy. Let me change these tags. Podcast.
Is anybody actually listening to us?
Yes.
Can you? Okay. Well, damn. Do we get comments on this live version of the podcast? And the podcasts are normally pre-recorded. Kind of.
Oh, it's live, so. Well, I've not got the chat
Please.
box on. People can
Oh, I
comment,
see.
but
Okay.
I'm trying
That's
to
fine.
sort the tags out.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'll just maintain perfect radio silence while you sort the text.
No, don't do that. That's bad.
Okay, I'll be perfectly quiet.
Sick. I'm trying to fucking.
That's fine. I'll be quiet.
Oh god, you know you fucked up when you type 2018 as 1018.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Yeah.
Trying to shoot yourself.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. I mean, living so close to Mansfield, probably would.
Oh, Mansfield's such a shithole.
I like Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight's an incredible video game, and I can't wait for the King Knight expansion whenever.
I've never played Shovel Knight.
Do you like platformers in general?
Well, I play Mario. I play a fair bit of Sonic every now and then. I'm quite into my platformers, yeah.
Shovel Knight is a 10 out of 10 platforming game.
Really?
Really, the only thing that would make Shovel Knight better is if they made literally just more of it. If they just made Shovel Knight 2
I know from the game
twice
is,
as much Shovel Knight.
The only thing I know from that is hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Oh, what was my knuckle? Hang on. I'm trying to think of fucking tags.
Okay.
And I don't know. Oh, would you say Shovel Knight for Smash?
Yes, no, I actually highly suspect. Like, a Shovel Knight amiibo already exists, and he's been on Nintendo consoles for time now. He's highly anticipated. He's got a really good move set that would just work well with Smash because he's got ranged attacks and
He does,
like
yeah.
he's got stuff that would work very easily as specials. He's got his Infinidagger, which could work as his up B. He's got his Rod of Fire, which could work as side B. He's got his anchors that he throws, which could work as neutral B. And he's got his shovel pound that could work as down B. He goes into the ground and shovels.
I think a big question in the Smash community right now is, will Undertale be coming to Smash?
You mean Sans in Smash?
I think anyone who wants that should go and fuck themselves.
I think it would be cool.
No, I think for a playable character, shut that shit down. No, get that away. For the most, I would accept.
Oh no, an assist trophy.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Great.
Just like a little bullet hell segment to just fucking keep shit.
That would work
high.
really well.
Yeah. So I would actually kind of want that. For him to be a playable character, I would not want. I would say that's just a bit too much.
I agree, only because, right, so let me explain. When they update a character to be used as a playable character, they have to update the graphics. The only character that they succeeded in maintaining the old graphics for was Game & Watch, but every single other character had to be updated. They didn't keep original Mega Man graphics, they didn't do original Pac-Man graphics, they didn't do original Sonic graphics. They're all the most high definition version of themselves. Assist trophies, on the other hand, can be pixelated to shit. Sans looks at his best as a pixelated little sprite, and if he was an assist trophy, they could keep it that way, superimpose it right into the game, and he'd just put bones everywhere. That would work really well.
Well, you could have multiple. I would say if we're gonna do wait, no, I don't fucking know. It's been a long time since I played Undertale.
Papyrus.
If they were gonna do Papyrus, I could just do like a bunch of bones like coming out the floor. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
They could just add like all the bosses into his assist trophies.
I mean, I'll be honest, they wouldn't represent a franchise that heavily as for assist trophies. Maybe like 2 per franchise at most. Assist trophies tend to be quite sporadic. You've got one from Sonic, you've got one from WarioWare, you've got 1 or 2 from Fire.
Wasn't Knuckles an assist trophy?
No. Shadow the Hedgehog was.
Yeah, because I put in Knuckles as a playable character.
Oh boy.
I think we do need one more Sonic character in Smash. I would say maybe one more.
Right, I disagree with another Sonic character. What I do agree with is having an alternative skin for Sonic that is just Shadow, and his movesets be exactly the same.
No,
like
but Shadow has Chaos Spear and Chaos Control and all that.
So give him a different, like, super, and that's it. Well, no, his super would just be Hyper Shadow, like Sonic's Super Sonic.
No, Hyper Shadow actually isn't official, or Hyper Sonic in general.
Yeah, it is!
It's not official.
Hyper Shadow is canonical, it was in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is absolutely canonical.
Hyper Shadow is just Super Shadow.
No,
that was Super Shadow.
They're called Super Sonic and Hyper Shadow. Those are the official.
Oh, well, no, Hyper Sonic is the unofficial one. That one's not canon because I think it actually like would give
Sonic Super Saiyan 2.
No, because I think something happened with it where it actually like gave people seizures or some shit.
Wowzer.
Because of how quickly
like,
they closed things.
I think that's really interesting how because Porygon gave people seizures in Pokemon, it now canonically doesn't exist in the anime but still exists in the video game.
Exactly.
Which I think is crazy. Like I don't think Porygon 2 or Porygon Z have appeared in the anime as of yet.
We just deleted that man.
Yeah, after Electric Soldier, Porygon is canonically non-existent in the anime, but still exists in the games.
He's just gone, man.
Which is a crazy idea when you think about it.
Hey, new topic.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you want for Gen 8? Pokemon Switch.
In Pokemon Generation 8 on Switch, I want the graphics to be as good, if not better, than Pokken Tournament.
Okay. I've not played the DX version, but I'd suspect they're quite good.
It's pretty good, Senpai. It's pretty good.
Okay.
What else do I want? I want more Battle Bond Pokemon. Currently, Greninja is the only Pokemon that exists with the ability.
Yeah, because fucking Ash is a fuckboy.
Yeah, because they didn't bother to give Ash Mega Evolution. They just gave him Battle Bond.
I hate Ash so much.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind them changing out the protagonist, but at the same time, I see why they wouldn't, because Ash is a fucking staple. It's like trying to get rid of Scooby-Doo in the Scooby-Doo show.
Scooby-Doo,
fucking Ash show. Scooby-Doo, my favorite.
See, I can't say that, so I would have to say my nibber.
Well, no, you could just say my dude, my guy, my. You know what? Fuck you, Chaz.
Okay, that's.
Okay, that's fair. But yeah, in terms of my hopes for Pokemon Generation 8, I want the graphics to at least be better than Sun and Moon. I can appreciate that graphically Pokken is actually very, very high quality, and I could even see them struggling to try and replicate that to a degree. Well, not struggling, it would just take a lot of hard work. I don't think it would be impossible to do. I think it would be a long procedure to update the graphics of Pokemon battling with every single Pokemon sprite to look as good as Pokken. It's totally possible. It will just take them a lot of hard work and time.
My biggest suspicion is how battles are going to play out because we're so used to the two screens. Then again, we could go to the old format on the Game Boy because they did have it on one screen. It is possible. It's just it'll be refreshing to go back to that old format because we're so used to having two screens. We've never fucking besides Virtual Console.
Well, right. So let me put this to you. Pokemon in Generation 8 for most battles done are going to be between two switches anyway. So you're not going to see each other's moves because how you going to. I imagine if they're smart enough, they'll incorporate a feature where you can battle using only one switch, and then you'd have to deal with being able to see each other's moves and switches and stuff like that. But for the most part, when you're training your own team, you're doing it with your own switch, and when you're going to battle somebody else, you're doing it with your own switch. So it's not going to be an issue. Even if you're playing on the big screen, one of you will just play on the big screen, and the other person will politely look away.
Pokemon on the big screen is going to be fucking fantastic, and that's another reason why they should make the graphics amazing.
Yeah, to make it more showy for an audience. Because when they have competitive Pokemon events, streaming it is sometimes a bit lackluster.
Watching it look like Gen 1.
I'm sure it'll be cool.
What area of the world do you think it'll be set in?
America.
There have been a lot of rumors.
Right.
Well, no, Unova was America. It was New York.
Yeah, you're right. It was already in America. So we've had Japan.
And Japan, don't forget
America.
That. Don't forget
in the order of regions, it was Japan, America, France, Hawaii, UK, UK boys. Chat Pokemon, innit?
Wait, did we have a UK?
Full of Scraggy.
No, we didn't have a UK region.
No. I'm saying Generation 8 could be UK.
I would love a UK region. Fucking Big Ben. That's
Mansfield!
That's like the town you're starting because it's a shithole and no one remembers it. What should happen is...
poison type gym would be.
Toxic. But no, I think if we're gonna add like the fucking... No, the Pokemon like championship, whatever the fuck it's called, I can't remember. But we face off the Elite Four. It should either be... London. Yeah, Tower of London or Buckingham Palace, or are they the same place? Help me out here.
They're not the same.
And the champion should be the Queen.
Oh my god.
It should be the Queen.
That would frighten me.
It'd be cool. What Pokemon would you have? What Pokemon would the Queen have?
Well, something in Generation 8 probably. Something based off like something that's on a crest. So there'd be some Griffiny things. There'd be some lions. And there'd probably be a Scrafty to represent all the Chads in England.
All the hoodlum.
All the hoodlum Scrafts.
Fucking hell.
As much as I give shit to Poketubers, Hoodlum Scrafty is one of my more liked ones, only because he's willing to do shit that isn't like, hey, here's top 10 family-friendly ejaculations.
With Poketubers, it's just with so many like unexplored possibilities that you can do, but people don't choose to do.
Which is why I'm an anti-Poketuber.
Yeah.
You get me?
You've told me many times. I don't see the difference. Well, no, you have told me. It's because you don't like doing content like top 10s.
It's not that I don't even... It's not even that I inherently don't like it. They're fairly easy to do, and if you're talking about something you're relatively passionate about, it's not even that boring. I think it's boring because it's so copy and paste, and the marketplace is so oversaturated with that already happening. There's a new top 10 video every single day about how many fucking Burger King foot lettuce sandwiches that they ate that week. Like... Even if it's not just Pokemon, but especially in Pokemon, it's oversaturated with top 10s. So I think, why even bother? Why even fucking bother? Everybody's done it a million times in a million different ways. The only way that I'm going to fathom wanting to do it is if I can differentiate it stylistically so much that it's worth putting out, which is why I try to either inject a lot of comedy or change up the formula. So for example, something that I want to do to fix the formula of top 10s in Pokemon is do collaborative top 10s where it's actually a top 12. So for example, top 12 favorite water types, and then we both do 6, and then we have a battle, 6v6 battle at the end of it with those two teams that we've constructed with our favorite water types.
But that'd take up too much work, and you know...
Too much work isn't a thing if you're proud of what you make.
You know Pokedan ain't into that. When you were about to say something, but you were like, hang on, what if he's in the chat?
I didn't... He must know at this point. He can't be so dumb to his own...
Is it obvious?
Bullshittery. He knows that he's just done wrong or has the wrong attitude. Right, that's beside the point. We're getting off topic. If I was to do top 10s, which I'm not even wholesomely against, the only way that I'd stomach doing it is to facilitate it being creatively different. And I don't always see that everywhere, so that's why I make such a big deal out of it.
Also, Rob, can I just ask, what do you think of the thumbnail?
I can't see it. Let me go to YouTube/ChaZthyGreat and ChaZthyGreat. 61 sub. Oh my god! Why the fuck? You know what you should have had? You should have had Waste Avenue.
Waste Avenue. One day.
That's not even a bad thumbnail.
One day.
That's pretty chill.
I quite like it.
You might want to put my volume up. I sound pretty quiet.
You sound quiet? I got you, my boy. Here we go. Try talking now.
Hey!
Hopefully it ain't too loud.
I'm trying.
Because I want to try and level up the volume. I don't want it too... I don't want you like... Hey guys, it's Ragnarobb here and it's...
Oh my god!
Oh god.
Yeah, as long as people can hear me. Right, now we can actually see the chat because I'm here. Why Rob is Okiyasu? Oh my god, I am Okiyasu.
Yeah.
We got UB and we got Monetize. Your most committed people.
Okiyasu is not Kira.
Hey,
I know the first thing you saw me in Nottingham was I was wearing my Kira tie, like, oh, you've got the Okiyasu.
Yeah, I did.
And I instantly in public, I was
I'm sorry.
Oh, you dead ass? It's not fucking. It is not.
Dead ass.
It is not.
The quiet is real on.
What the fuck does that
Super
mean?
Shadow, can you hear me alright?
I turned your volume up. Should be fine.
I hope so. I could just talk louder. I could talk more with a higher level of
I could just put the volume up to max because it's not up the whole way. I just don't want it too loud, but I don't want it too quiet either.
Well, right, let me hear myself again.
Okay.
I sound alright. Oh, you know what I'll do? Let me make my quality way better.
I'm gonna grab your YouTube mic.
I'm gonna grab the YouTube mic.
Make sure I can't hear an echo, my guy.
No, I'll still have the headphones in, so it'll be alright. And I'm in. And that's there. Hey! Right. That's still in the other microphone quality. I'll be alright.
Are you sorted? Have you done it now?
Almost.
You almost? But I'll hurry your ass up, my guy.
Okay. Where is it? Black? Elgato. I'm trying to look for my
Did you just say black?
No, it's
I'll have none of that in my Muslim Discord.
How dare you? Right.
How dare you for saying that?
What the f? It's not picked up my snowball, my dude. It will in a moment, I swear. Right. Chaz, I'm gonna be down for literally a couple of seconds, and then I'll be back. One Momarino. Why the fuck? Why the?
It's because of you. It's because I hope you can. Are you still here?
Don't do that, Chaz. Right, I'll be back in a sec.
Right. So if Rob can still hear me, Rob, I'm hoping you can. The reason your mic isn't working is because you're just a clot. That is the honest to God reason as to why. I mean, maybe I can't say that. That'd be a bit too rude. So anyway, I'm gonna try to take over the fucking conversation here now. Rob's gone. I'm gonna introduce a new topic.
Me out and I'll lay your ship there.
Just interrupt me. That's fine. I was just going to introduce a new topic. I don't want to go on it too much because we've got it planned as a future video.
Okay. Is it Smash Ballot or is it Fortnite?
People who spend money on Fortnite. This is a good one.
Okay.
But
I'm ready.
It's alright. You know what I'm gonna say?
So fucking ready, my dude.
My new video, which I'm working on, it's a Fortnite video, but it was literally because it was the first piece of content in a while that I've literally been happy with, that I was genuinely entertained with. And so as soon as I start, the video starts with me inviting Owen, and I've got a skin. Can I just say I did not pay for this skin? Okay. It was
Everybody believes.
No. You can check for yourself. It's a free Twitch.
How is my quality now?
It's a lot better. It's the free
Wow,
Twitch
great.
skin you get.
Okay.
So it's completely free. So I thought, hey, that's a skin. Why don't I get it? It's free. Might as well. So now Owen thinks I bought V-Bucks to buy the battle pass, and now Owen's compelled to believe that he should buy the battle pass. Now I bought it. Although I'm telling him, you Buster, check Twitch Prime and see for yourself. But this man doesn't have a computer.
Wowzer, that's crazy.
And Fortnite is on phones. It's disgusting.
It's pretty disgusting. It's all these fucking Fortnite streamers who get elitist with their fucking skins because they make their money playing Fortnite.
I fucking hate Fortnite streamers. It's like
Monetize says all the people in my school have been playing Fortnite mobile in lunch. Why do you school? I went to a Catholic. I went to a Catholic school and they. I went to a. Allow us to have.
Oh, actually, your
phones
mic is cutting out a bit.
Is it?
Yeah, I did it a few times then.
Oh, let me
Sonic Mania is getting an animated series.
That sounds wonderful. No. That sounds great because the animator who worked on the short for Sonic Mania is incredibly talented and cool.
What's his name again?
Don't know. Have no idea.
I forgot his name. Something Hess. Tyson Hess. That's it, I think.
Oh, now I'm much louder than you. Now that I've switched mics,
Right,
so you can put me down a bit if you like.
White ass down.
How fucking dare you?
Also, Persona 5
refer to me as white, you fat, dumb Mansfield prick. For Mansfield 5. Persona 5, yeah.
Yeah, it's getting a fucking animation, like.
That's crazy, dude.
Well, no, they announced it ages ago, and I don't think they're fucking.
They did, to be fair. I'm more just hyped for Boku no Hero Academia #3.
Oh, Rob, we're gonna watch that together.
Oh no, you're free. Yeah, we are. It's gonna be pretty hype.
It's gonna be awesome, and I'm gonna get the fucking what? Oh, should I get snacks for a 20-minute episode?
Oh, snacks! I like popcorn. I like getting a big old bag of popcorn for feature length.
I'm not really a popcorn boy.
Oh my god, what's wrong with you?
It's not that I hate it. It's not that I don't like it. It's just that I prefer others.
You son of a bitch. I don't even know who you are anymore. Man doesn't even like popcorn.
Wait, Rob, favourite flavour popcorn?
I like the Holy Trinity popcorn where you mix salted sweet and butter in the same fucking bowl.
Oh, that sounds pretty tasty.
I take all kinds. I like me some bubble tea.
I do like all, but I prefer fucking sweet and salted. Sweet and salty. Innuendo. Haru's still the best girl? How fucking dare you? How... Get out. Leave.
Wowzer.
Get out. Persona 5 animation is coming out next month, you think? Well, I'm probably not going to watch it. Because I've not beat Persona 5 yet. Rob.
Call the police in a fight, man.
Where are you on Persona 5?
The end of Sae's Palace, which is the second to last palace, provided that you can unlock the secret palace.
Secret palace, you say?
Yep.
Don't spoil it for me.
Yep. I'll try not to, I swear.
You'll try not to. Instantly just screams it down the mic.
Yep.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
How would you like?
Anal? Yeah, sure.
Well, we'll get to that another time.
No, you're free!
Alright. Do you like this idea of where I could... Usually, on some podcasts, we get a guest in.
Yeah, sure.
That just seems like a perfect idea. And maybe at some point... What did you say?
I said not Owen.
Not Owen. Oh no, he doesn't even have a fucking computer. He got Discord on his fucking tablet and joined my Discord and then was just offline ever since. He's such a clot. He's so switched off from all electronics that isn't a PlayStation.
Fortnite.
And Fortnite. He has actually been playing that quite often and it's quite scary.
Fortnite ain't bad. Like, as much shit as we give Fortnite, it fits the fundamental criteria of a video game, which is be fun. Be fun. That's all it needs to be.
It's a wonderful... It's a revolutionary game.
Super Shadow, neither of us have finished P5.
It's just that people take it so seriously. And
Chaz.
It's let me finish.
Okay. Sorry, go on. Yeah, sorry.
People take Fortnite so seriously at a point where... Well, I guess this is just with games of the Battle Royale formula of where they just fucking get so toxic at people.
Yeah.
And I can understand getting angry at losing, but it's the lengths they go to. I've been in streams where they get killed by someone and they fucking find their name and start actually sending messages to them. Getting the stream, that's pretty fucked up. And it's pretty disgusting.
Fucked up.
Right, what were you saying, Rob? What were you about to announce?
I forgot what I was gonna say now, my dude. I'm lost. I'm a lost boy.
You're a lost man. I'm
a lost cause.
It was kind of my fault for fucking... Well, no, it was your fault. You shouldn't have interrupted me.
Don't yell at me!
I'm sorry, my son.
You fat pointus.
Did you just call me a pointus?
I called you a pianus.
Hey Rob, I've been tempted to play
Shovel Knight. It's a great game.
No, I don't want to buy it. The last time I bought a game that you recommended was Stardew Valley, and I was running around for about 6 hours.
Stardew Valley is great.
I was running around for about 6 hours, wondering what do I do.
You're not good.
I mean, I'm not good.
You're not a good person. You don't know what's good.
You say I've got bad taste, but I'm probably the only person in Mansfield who owns Monster Hunter.
Let me wow. Said Owen. Where are we? Let me go do a quick video announcement.
What a fun.
Podcasting.
Oh, were you gonna announce this?
ChaZthyGreat right now.
I'm not gay.
Pop in if
I would take
a trap.
I would take. Yeah, why not? Why not? I'd participate in some yaoi. I'd fucking say it right now. Like, pause. no homo. I would just interact with that.
Okay, if you say so.
I mean, I'd fuck Josuke. I absolutely would. Play anything that isn't Fortnite or Monster Hunter. See, this is the thing. Persona 5, it's a game where it's like, it needs to be. The only time I play Persona 5 is when it's like a Saturday night and I've got a can of Monster.
Yeah.
That's when I'm in the mood. I'm like, right, I'm gonna sit down and I'm just gonna storm through this palace on Persona. And then when I do, because it's usually like, when I think about playing Persona, it's like, oh, do I want to? I'm kind of too chilled out for it right now. I'm not really in the mood. But then sometimes when I push myself to doing it, I'm like, right, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna play some Persona. I'm usually playing it till about 4 in the morning.
It is hard to crack out hours in RPGs because it's got such a pattern of fucking grinding, which is the challenge of RPGs, to try and make that either fun or not so tedious. Which is why I wanted to bring up this game. I remembered what I wanted to talk about. Chaz, let me try and make a recommendation for you. So, I value Persona 5 because it stuck to the turn-based formula but had enough variables to fucking be interesting and cool. Yeah. Another game which did this to a degree was Bravely Default and Bravely Second in its fantastic presentation of classes, its really, really creative construction of those abilities, and the way that you get the classes in the fucking story, and the Brave and Default system that they make as part of the fighting sequence. So basically what I'm trying to say is Bravely Default is also a turn-based RPG but did enough to fuck with the formula to make it really interesting, and that's pretty cool. And I'd recommend it. And it's probably getting cheaper and cheaper since Bravely Default at this point is years old. The only issue is it's long. Bravely Default is a long game. But they also implement features to make the grind much easier. You can increase the difficulty, which in turn increases your EXP that you get from monsters, and you can increase the encounter rate or decrease the encounter rate while you're mid-game. You can put it to 0 or 200%, depending if you want to get through a dungeon quickly or farm. Which is an interesting way to actually handle the system. Yeah.
I was gonna say something.
Chase JC has been meaning to get the Persona games for a while. They're fantastic.
The Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Never gonna buy it, but go on.
I love the game, but there are portions in it where there'll be a boss that you can't get past. Like it's impossible, and you'll level up your characters because there's some weird ways of leveling it up. There was like a quicker way is to like every now and then after every hour you play the game, you go to like a fucking an inn or something, and you just leave, and it'll say you can level up these characters. You level them up, and that's fine. And there's also like equipment you can add in to like give you like fucking point like
extra EXP.
No, not extra EXP, but like stuff like increased aggro, increased HP, and stuff like that.
Okay.
But it takes so long to level up from just doing battles that you just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And there are some fights where it's almost as if you have to grind to get past this boss.
I had a big issue with Xenoblade Heroes 1 where I value a turn-based RPG that plays on your ability to strategize. This is why the Final Fantasy Tactics games are really good, why geometric RPGs are really good, and why really in-depth class systems are really good. Things where you can really augment what abilities you have. Xenoblade Hero 1 was so dependent on just level, and if the whole thing is just about how fucking leveled up you are, then why even bother playing? Yeah. There's no element of strategy there. It's just how much you ground in the fucking last area. And that was my biggest problem with Xenoblade. The world building was fantastic. The areas that you had to go around was fantastic. The characters and voice acting were alright for the most part. The fucking combat and its whole system of just being leveled up enough was boring and felt like there was no element of strategy at all. Yeah. That made me sad.
It's Xenoblade is a weird one. It's got a fantastic story, and it has some fantastic characters. Voice acting is where it's lacking. Like if you heard my boy Rex, his battle cry is like he runs up like ah, and I recommended
this guy.
I put a video in it, or I put a video where I like put the sound clip of Rex screaming over like a car, and it's so accurate. It's uncanny. No, it
No, you see.
It literally is.
That's a callback.
Alright, I think my alert box is broken, maybe.
Right, so we've actually got a couple more people in the chat now. Now that I shouted it out. Chaz, what was your entry into? Okay.
No, you go.
Chaz, what was your suggestion for the Smash ballot? Now that Smash 5 is confirmed, which characters did you want as genuine new fighters to Super Smash Bros. 5?
Is there an actual ballot for it, or is it just?
Well, no, I don't think there's a ballot, but there's a new game, so we know that they're gonna be adding more fighters to the roster. I definitely think Shovel Knight's in.
Yeah.
I'd hop on Shovel Knight. I'd main Shovel Knight if I could. Who do you want to add to the roster?
JoJo.
Chaz, you're a pain.
No, they wouldn't add him because he's not originally from a game. And I think they should stick to that.
Sin.
But I think if it was a character I wanted in,
specifically from a video game.
Specifically from a video game.
Originally from a video game. None of this.
Oh, they made a JoJo fight.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z fight. Put Krillin in there. Put Krillin in.
If I see Goku in Dragon Ball, I'm gonna be pissed. I mean, if I see Goku in Smash, I'm gonna be pissed. I said if I see Goku in Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball.
If there was someone I wanted, oh, this is a tricky one.
Yeah.
Because there aren't many characters who I'd want in that aren't already in a game or aren't already in a Smash. I'm fucking.
Yeah, they made the roster so big last game, which I appreciate. Right. Well, let me put this to you. Thinking outside of the box characters that they put in was Bowser Jr. They put in Duck Hunt Duo. They put in Wii Fit Trainer. All fantastic outside of the box options.
Yeah.
Who else is outside of the box? Do you think? They put Palutena in there.
I've never played a Kid Icarus game.
The latest Kid Icarus game was actually really good.
With one on 3DS?
Yeah, Kid Icarus Uprising was fantastic. I think it was a 9 out of 10.
I heard that. I might have to pick it up sometime.
Really good. I'll just lend it to you, my dude. But it had really, really fucking memorable boss battles.
Oh, I'll still need to hand back Nick. 2B?
2B. Oh my. Oh! It is Wednesday, my dude!
They should have a self-destruct costume in.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You trying to make me come?
And then they should,
I'm gonna make you come.
They should do like a fucking like Corrin where they added like we have like 9S and A2 or whatever fucking name was. And I have at least one ultimate costume. Right. That would be pretty fantastic.
Which Nintendo games have you played?
Recently or just ever, from what I can remember.
So if you think about it this way, Mario, the obvious characters were Peach, Luigi, and then they added in Bowser and Rosalina, which is fucking cool. They wouldn't add anybody else from Captain Falcon's game. There are more Metroid characters that they could add. They could add like Fusion Suit Samus. They could add any of the other bounty hunters that they had. In Kirby, there's plenty of stuff that they could add in. They could easily add in Sir Kibble. They could add in Knuckle Joe, which have all been like assist trophies at some point.
Hang on, just to an outside of a box character could be Captain Toad.
Oh my god, I'd love that! Captain Toad would be amazing. I think Captain Toad in Smash would be great.
You've got like fucking... I don't know how Waluigi in the game yet.
I would absolutely love Waluigi.
Do you know who they should put in the game? You know who they should put in Smash?
Who?
They should put my boy Wamu.
Just...
can we get a Wamu in the chat, my boys? Can we get a Wamu?
Fuck off with your pillow, man.
Wamu's my boy.
I would love Waluigi. I would main Waluigi so
Rob,
bad.
I've said, and it's like a pinned message in one of my Discords.
Yeah.
But I've said, I will know when I've conquered my social anxiety, when I can get 100 people in a VC to all shout, Wamu, all at once.
Okay.
That's when I know. That's when I know it's time.
Fire Emblem.
What? Fire Emblem?
Yeah, I don't want any more Fire Emblem because we're oversaturated. Right. We are oversaturated with Mario characters, Fire Emblem characters, and Pokemon characters.
Yes.
If they added in new ones, I'd expect them to take out old ones. So for example, they'd get rid of Charizard, put in Incineroar. They'd get rid of Robin and put in Chrom. No, not Rob. No, they'd get rid of Ike and put in Chrom. They'd get rid of
Chrom will definitely be in the game.
they get rid of Dr. Mario and put in Waluigi, because after they had Wario is too different to get rid of. Yeah. Luigi is too different to get rid of. Mario and Dr. Mario are reskins. They could get rid of Dr. Mario and put in Waluigi. Oh, they kept Rob. They put in Rob, which I love. I love a bit of Rob.
The robot man.
Yeah, the robotic operations buddy.
What I want to see is Subspace Emissary.
Oh, Subspace Emissary 2, the
Subspace
thing. Yeah, I tried to make the joke and I fucked up. But no, right. So let me think outside of the box. They had Duck Hunt. They had Wii Fit. Fucking.
What if I had the Wii Party?
Oh my god, they could put in Okami. HD on Switch recently. They could put in Amaterasu from Okami, which is the white dog.
Hey Rob, they could put you ever played Wii Party?
Yes.
They should put the host on it.
Oh, you mean Monita from
Is that his name?
No. Oh no, sorry. I thought you meant Sorry, I'm thinking of a different game. When they made Nintendo Land, they had a host called Monita, as in a monitor.
No, this
is her Monita. Oh, it's monitor. It's Monita.
The one on the original Wii Party. It was like.
I don't know the host of Wii Party.
Oh, it looks so dumb.
Nintendo Labo for Smash.
Oh, if they do that, I'll be dumb.
I might order myself a curry, my dude.
Do you know what's funny?
What?
There's literally, you know the fishing hook, like the Labo one?
Yeah.
There's a stand in JoJo that's a fishing hook.
That was really funny, Chaz.
So I'm gonna get that just to make a bunch of JoJo memes with it.
That was incredibly funny, Chaz.
How about you dick yourself, my guy?
Suck all the dicks!
Yeah, it up!
Right, so Super Shadow, we actually brought this up earlier. Based on Sans' design, I think Sans would function way better as an assist trophy than a character.
If I see any...
Because they could maintain his graphics.
If I see any Undertale character as a playable fighter, I'm just gonna fucking... Whenever I play with someone, I'm just gonna say, alright, let's just act as if this person is not there, they don't exist. We don't
I'd love
them.
if...
Never.
Sorry, go on.
And if you do, I'm never playing Smash with you again. We do not pick any Undertale characters.
Right, you know the PictoChat stage in Smash where it's constantly changing based on what they draw?
Oh, the Miiverse one.
They should do a boss rush stage for Undertale in Smash where the environment varies based on what boss you're fighting.
Yeah, they could do that.
I think that would be amazing.
I think I'd like to see another Mario Galaxy stage because although I did love the last one,
oh yes,
it was so fucking boring. It was bland.
Very bland, very bland.
Very bland.
Where's the lamb sauce?
It's like the first time it was like, "Where's my lamb sauce?" And then the second time it's just, "Where's the lamb sauce?"
Yeah. Oh my god, the Gordon Ramsay memes are so good.
Gordon Ramsay's my boy. Like I said, my life isn't complete until that man follows me on Twitter. Wow. You say it's never gonna happen.
Hey Chaz, got good news for you. You just went up by 1 sub.
I know, I was gonna say this earlier. Chase JC, thank you so much for subscribing to the ChaZthyGreat channel.
I also appear on this channel regularly in hashtag Fortnite funny moment.
No.
The best content!
I thought that would have fucking like
Kylosaur is in.
Hey Kylosaur, my boy. I thought that would have I thought that video would have done well because it's in the algorithm, and I think if you actually search up just Fortnite, that video comes up. Let me check.
Shut up, man.
Shut up.
Bouffalant for Smash. Oh my god, Bouffalant as a Pokeball would be great. You just head charges people off the stage.
It's just a giant Bouffalant.
Right. So my genuine contributions to Smash characters, ones that make perfect sense, Shovel Knight. Ones that would be unexpected, Monita from fucking Nintendo Land.
That'd be dumb.
Assist trophies, Sans, and the Woohoo Island dogs.
the Woohoo Island.
Yeah, Woohoo Island dogs.
Could you
lacerate myself? Yeah, sure.
No, I was about to say, could you elaborate a bit more?
Right. So you know how you can make Miis?
Yeah.
You know how you can make Miis of dogs and cats as well?
No.
Okay, well, in Wii Fit, they introduced Miis for your dogs. And I say there should be an assist trophy where you just get a storm of Mii dogs.
That'd be cool. Also, can
I think it would be kawaii.
Fucking...
Shovel Knight would be amazing. What's wrong with you, Chase? Shovel Knight would be great.
I think on the 3DS version of Smash 4, the 3DS version got the best stages. Like the Zelda Spirit Track stage, that one was a favourite of mine.
We do already have Nintendogs, you're right. Super Shadow. Oh, what characters? Like, people said King K. Rool should have been in it from the Donkey Kong series, because to be fair, Donkey Kong has 2 characters to represent them right now. They could easily put in...
Candy Kong.
Cranky
Kong.
Kong. They could put in Funky Kong or Lanky
Funky
Kong.
Kong, yes, I want Funky Kong.
Or the one with the banana hair who can fly. I forgot her name. Dixie Kong. Dixie Kong, I think. Yeah, she would totally work as a character.
People are saying Banjo-Kazooie, but with the fucking Microsoft shit, that's never gonna happen.
Nah. Well, maybe as like a Smash Ballot collaboration.
No. No, fucking Microsoft would not allow that.
Well,
with the 0 exclusives they have, and the like 0 times they've used Banjo-Kazooie since Nuts and Bolts, they still wouldn't allow it.
S Omega says Pyra or Mithra for Smash 5. Whichever one has cat ears. I'm into that.
Nia,
yes. Nia for Smash 5. Or just Ryan. Oh my god! Bravely Default Ring a Bell. Ring a Bell for Smash 5.
What is Bravely Default?
Bravely Default's that game that I just recommended you. They should put Ring a Bell in it. They should put Ring a Bell in Smash 5.
You've never announced Bravely Default to me.
1 second ago, I said, let me recommend you a game. It's called Bravely Default. It's got this cool RPG thing where it handles classes well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
No. Shut your fucking mouth. Right, no, because you might...
Shut the hell out of your mouth!
They might cut out as you were saying it, because that was when you had a few issues with it.
It's called Bravely Default, and it's great.
Captain Toad for Smash would be quite good.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, they should do like a fucking another Subspace Emissary, where at the very end, Sonic comes in again.
Hey! Gotta go real fast! 2 dogs, suck my dick!
That was the fucking way you said it, man.
Dandy, absolute dandy.
Daisy for Smash 5?
Daisy, well no, Daisy should just be an alternative Peach skin, they can clone her.
Yeah. Oh,
wait. Which Odyssey characters could they include in Smash 5? Who? They could put the rabbits in as a stage hazard. You know the rabbit bosses from Super Mario Odyssey? They'd work as a stage hazard, but not as a character.
They could do New Donk City as a stage. I could see that.
Oh, yes! New Donk City as a stage would be great.
And no. It's like... Right, so the stage, you know, like the, oh, I forgot what it is, fuck it. But you know, like...
That's no good.
Every now and then, like, the Odyssey comes up and, like, takes you to another area from Odyssey.
That would be cool.
So I'm putting it to, like, New Donk City. And then it'll take you to, like, fucking, Sand Kingdom. I forgot what it's called.
The map would probably just be called Odyssey.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome. You know what? That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool, Chaz.
Cappy could be an item.
Oh my god, yes! Imagine the Cappy item taking the character for a bit. Oh, no, we've got it. The Cappy item, official item. It lets you control a character for a bit. Probably you can't go as far as to jump off the side, but maybe you could fight as them for a bit if it's a 3-player match or something.
I wouldn't really see the point. Maybe this is like
wait.
A little item that you just throw at people and it comes back. Just a little...
Oh yeah, like it could just be like a boomerang item. They could replace the boomerang item with Cappy. That would work. That would work pretty well.
Trophy.
Yes! Oh! Pauline and the band!
Yeah, the band trophy.
Here we go! Off the rails! Here we go! It's time to raise our sails! It's freedom like you never knew! Bah!
I should add Infinite from Sonic Forces.
Fuck Sonic Forces.
I said that just to piss you off.
Sonic Forces.
You've never played it?
Yeah, fuck it. Don't want to play it.
I can confirm it is wank.
They should include some of the Shovel Knight bosses as assist trophies. That'd be great. That'd be amazing. That'd be great.
Again,
a Prince Knight, a Spectre Knight. 10 out of 10 game. You should play it.
Well,
right. So,
didn't you say you wanted me to play it on your channel?
Yeah, if you fancy.
Well, no, that's what you said.
That's not what I said, Chaz.
It is what you said. You said.
Hello.
You said I want you to play Shovel Knight, and I said, oh, Would it be on a channel? He said, yes, it would be on my channel. Obviously.
I did not
That's
say
what you
that.
said.
You are a liar!
No! That is what you said.
This man lies! Right, so, have we spoken enough about Smash? Do we want to go on to fucking Animu? Animu.
My boo, JoJo Part 5, next
When?
year.
Really? Is that when you're claiming?
No. I'm claiming next year. I know I did say it would be announced in April, but with the Rohan OVA, it'll probably be next year.
Who the fuck is Rohan?
Rohan Kishibe is the best manga artist in the universe.
Oh, okay.
He has Heaven's Door.
He has okay, fair dude.
But no, the Rohan OVA is like, it's just a spin-off series, and they're doing like a second episode for it, and they've made a trailer for it a few weeks ago, and it looks very good. It's like, it looks a lot darker and a lot gory from what JoJo has been recently. But I can't wait for it, honestly.
Okay.
I think the first Rohan OVA was okay. There was nothing special, but the second one looks pretty magnificent. And they said it's going to be about half an hour long, I think. I'm up for that.
Okay. ChaZthyGreat.
What are you going to say?
Boku no Hero Academia Season 3.
Me and Ash should have more screen time. That's all I want. That's all I want.
Serious
and
more
serious.
screen time.
Yeah. Serious.
You fucking kawaii mermaid bear.
Oh, she's so cute. Yeah, I remember we were watching it while eating Domino's. I just said it like a mouthful of pizza. She's so fucking cute.
This is my favourite. Yeah. This is my fucking favourite.
No. Mina's still my favourite, but Serious is like second.
Close second, yeah. Who's your third? If it isn't the Invisible Girl, then fuck you. Invisible Girl is thick as tits. She's so good.
I think Yaoyorozu.
Who's Yayo? Oh, fuck, the big anime hair creation girl.
And then fourth will be Jiru.
Who's Jiru?
Earphone jack.
Oh, you like the
like
small titty goth style?
Yeah.
Small titty. Oh boy.
Small titty. Yeah. She is 15.
My tier list for Boku no Hero Academia waifus. Right, you ready? Number 1, Invisible Girl.
It's fake.
Done.
Oh, that's it?
Number 2,
You dare say who I think you're gonna say.
Creation Girl, whose name escapes me. The one with fucking
Momo.
Huge hair and huge titties. She's. I like that something that I find really interesting is that her talent is based on her capacity to have an understanding of molecules, and I think that's so fucking cool. That the more intelligent she gets and the more she reads, the higher her capacity for her power, because she has a better understanding of what she's creating, and that's fucking cool. That's just good writing. It's great writing.
So
my ass is hanging out right now. Just put that out there. Like, my ass is fully like on the chair.
I think with every like power in anime, there should always be a catch.
Unlike Goku.
Oh, fuck Goku. But like,
he's really strong, but sometimes he needs to be stronger. Is basically
how every like standing JoJo has a catch. Like, the world can only freeze time for a limited amount of time. Fuck shit like that. And how One for All was so well done for Deku. Of how if you use it, it breaks his arm or whichever limb he's using. That was so interesting.
Such visceral animation to depict that in the early because it was all these kids who were just playing about. Something so enrapturing about seeing him destroy himself, but seeing him power through it anyway. Yeah. It was like you wanted to keep watching because fuck, man, look at his fucking retarded arm. It's literally, what did he do?
He's just like fucking flopping about, man. Looks like a fucking wet sausage.
Well, no, it worked. It worked amazingly. And to be honest, I don't think that's gonna be gone. I reckon he's gonna get better at mastering it. But there's gonna be times when he needs to go full anyway, and he's still gonna break his arms a couple times, even in the later series.
I think there's a character who's gonna come in season 3 who can take a full-on one-for-all smash. I've heard. Like he could just take that.
When you say one-for-all smash, do you mean
No, I don't think it's a plus ultra, but it's like the Deku is like smash. I think it's just one of them. Like
Detroit smash, Detroit smash,
and then fucking Delaware smash, all that fucking stuff. Just.
Oh my god.
Sonic Racing got announced 1 hour ago. Let me look at this. Let me look at this. Sonic Racing. Do you mean Sonic All-Stars Racing? It hints at Sonic Racing game. It doesn't say it does. Rob, are you there? Where'd you go?
Sorry, I was fucking listening to how loud I just blew out the microphone with my Sunlight Yellow. Was it California Smash? I thought it was Detroit Smash.
No, it's Detroit Smash.
Oh boy, United States of Smash. Oh my god. Oh my god, fucking, Major Glory. What's his name? What's his name? All Might. New Smash character confirmed.
That'd be pretty cool.
Imagine fucking Plus Ultra as his final Smash. How good that would be.
That would be pretty fucking nice.
One Punch Man for Smash.
I'm just looking at this.
Migi no Nagari. Serious punch.
Can I just change the subject? I really want to hop back on the My Hero Academia chat. I just want to introduce this new topic for a minute. But yeah, the Sonic 2018 panel, whatever the fuck. Anyone wanting a physical version of last year's tremendous Sonic Mania, it's going to be granted. So there's going to be physical releases of Sonic Mania for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, unfortunately Xbone. And then they said one more thing about an apparent new Sonic racing game. Hang on, I'm trying to read this. The panel noted that Mania's positive reception is tempered by one
Super Sonic Racers. Try to put your feet right on the ground. Your Super Sonic Racers. There's no time to look over.
Oh, if it's Sonic R.
Ow,
if it's Sonic R2, they better just keep the music.
Super Sonic Racers. Coming to the point, no return.
Everybody Super Sonic Racers. Oh, I love that song. Living in the city.
Did that catch you off guard? Yeah. No, you're saying.
That was the best one you've done yet. Yes.
We have discussed anime, but when I say anime, I mean Boku no Hero Academia.
Yeah.
So we've discussed Smash. We've discussed RPGs in general.
Yeah.
How has your experience of Nier Automata been? So context for whoever's bothering to listen. Chaz came round to my house recently. He took a trip from Mansfield. I had to meet his mum. The mum was scared that I'm a fucking pedophile. And Chaz came round to my house because we're going to try and
Can I just interrupt and say that my mum thinks you're really cool?
Yeah, because I am really cool. Fuck your mum. And
Oh,
I'm sorry. Mrs. Thompson, you're lovely. I'm sorry.
My mum was right next to me and you just
Really?
I'm joking. No.
I was gonna say. But yeah, I lent Chaz my copy of Nier Automata on PlayStation 4. Chaz, how was your experience of the game?
Story, fantastic.
Yeah. Okay.
I've not played so much to understand completely what's going on, but what I think so far, and don't spoil this, please.
Okay.
But I feel like in the story, I think we're fighting for the wrong people.
Okay.
I think that's what's going down.
You think you're on the bad guys team, yeah?
Yes, but it's like the humans, so it's like meant to be like, oh yeah, we're fighting for the humans, the good guys. But I feel like that's not going to be the case. I feel like the humans probably did something to fucking cause this.
Okay.
I think gameplay for the normal combat, just like areas where it's just like the 3D roaming combat. It's not too amazing. I love the bullet hell segments. Like the bullet hell in the prologue was so amazing, and then the boss at the carnival or whatever. I love that just because it was dodging constantly. You kept moving.
Do you mean the singing lady?
Yeah. If you stopped, you'd be fucked instantly, and I love that. It built on pressure because you're constantly moving, you're constantly shooting, you're constantly aiming.
Very, very high-paced game.
Yes.
Like it encourages you to just whoosh.
Whenever there's a moment that isn't bullet hell, I'm kind of upset. I just love the bullet hell moments. The 3D.
You don't like your hack and slash?
No, I'm not a big fan, honestly.
No.
It's okay. It's not like I hate it. It's just that it's nothing special, and it's just sometimes it does get a bit boring.
You prefer your bullet hell.
It's just a lot more intense. How far am I in the game? I've literally just beat the fucking massive like sea creature boss, and I've got the next quest is to look for 9S.
Oh, 9's fuck yeah.
I don't want to do that quest.
You just want to abandon.
Not because I don't like 9S, just because it's one of them questions like you're gonna have to look around and you're gonna have to wait to hear a fucking sensor go up and then you're gonna listen to it. I don't want to do that.
2Bs.
I'm not hopping on that.
How about that ass?
It's pretty magnificent, I will be honest.
Is it not? So I quoted to Chaz. Oh, you got another subscriber. I quoted to Chaz. Yeah, you're at 63.
Oh, fantastic.
I quoted to Chaz that your heart Android Type 2B has the most incredulously sculpted arse in the entirety of video game history, and literally nothing will ever or can ever hold a candle to the booty of your heart Android Type 2B. Chat, are you in agreement with me? Do you have you seen your heart Android Type 2B? I'm gonna get a picture. I'm gonna picture.
I dare you to disagree. Actually,
2B. I'm getting up porn. It's going in my Discord right now.
Oh, for crying out loud.
2B Galburu. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Black dress, black leg wear. Your heart number 2 type 2. It's number 2 type B. Filter. Oh shit. Filter. Tits.
Where's it at? Where's it at?
Go.
Where's it at?
There we go. There we go. Oh my god, stop bending over, my dude. Oh, they look cute. Sorry.
Where is it? I need to look at it. Is it
I need it! I need it! It's mine!
Oh, Rob!
I didn't put what? Is it still the Roblox image?
No!
Tits.
First thing I see is some acceptable hentai. And then there's like 4 3D animated furries.
Quick, let me see this.
Your Discord is disgusting. I found some pyro, that's respectful.
Oh, this is good stuff. This shit's good. My hentai section is great. Fuck you, man.
No, it's not. What fucking furries?
It's great. What's wrong with you?
It's disgusting.
God, right. Posting a wee bit of.
There's a lot of hex mania.
Which one of you took a shit in the toilet?
Oh,
what was fucking one of you?
Someone put that in your Discord.
Where is this image of 2B?
I don't know. If you put it in,
watch this be the wrong image. No, there it is. There it is. There it is. Amazing.
That is quite respectful.
Amazing. It's quite respectful. S Omega. Nice. Nice.
Very nice.
Skinayara.
Very nice.
2B is so fucking spicy. The best. And A2's a fucking. Right. Anyway, enough of my.
Yeah,
meaning.
Come on. Let's hop back.
Let's get back to the.
Back to the podcast.
Chaz, let me show you an image of the advertisement that came up while I was searching for this 2B.
Oh god.
I'm also gonna put this in the section.
Better not be mine.
No. This is the advertisement that came up while I was looking for the image of 2B. Oh my god, the sadistic and paranoid girl. Oh yeah.
Moist and uncensored. 100% free dating sim game.
Oh boy, let me
Sassy
get this
and
off my
naughty,
computer screen.
lovely and innocent. Just checking the doors closed yet.
Nice, they are.
Sadistic and paranoid, nerdy and I'm honestly not.
I like sadistic and paranoid.
Into nerdy and classy.
What is wrong with you? Anyway.
I hate glasses girls in hentai.
What?
Yeah.
Are you a fucking pagan, my dude?
Like
Do you not appreciate bifocals?
Just don't like them.
I like knee socks and glasses.
Oh, I love the fucking tights.
Yeah. I do not believe we're having this conversation on the. Stop, Chaz, stop! It is too late.
I have already begun.
You start floating and like your eyes go red. Like you are beyond stopping me.
You just hear like a high-pitched noise. The world gets eviscerated. You guys planning on hopping back in Overwatch when Bridget comes out? Fuck Bridget. Fuck Overwatch. Dead game.
Oh, I like Bridget. Bridget's a top tier.
Yeah, she's. There's nothing wrong with the character. It's just Overwatch in general. It's just.
Overwatch did get boring.
Yes, that's the main problem with it. Also, can I just say, fuck you, Blizzard.
Yeah.
For her name is Bridget, Why in the trailer are you calling her Brigitte? It's not. It's Bridget.
Español, Brigitte.
Gabrielle.
Gabriel.
Hernandez.
Eat my asshole. Sorry. I like to spring on my friends whenever I have quiet time with friends. I like to just go, "Hey Carlito, man. Hey Carlito. Hey Carlito. Hey Carlito. Hey Carlito. Eat my asshole." And just end it there.
Have you ever done it where you would
Carlito.
You send a friend a message saying something
Carlito.
like. No.
No.
Right. Well, you send someone a message. It's best to do it when you're like in the room with them.
Yeah.
And you send them a message, especially if it's a male, just something like, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking eat that pussy" or something like that, or like. You're gonna experience the raw justice. Oh, you're gonna experience the raw justice of my cock, and then straight after that, send another message saying, "Sorry, wrong number."
Yeah, I love doing that.
I'm pretty sure I've done that to you once.
Yeah, you tried it, but I was already in on the meme, so it was too late. I like the just wait until you experience the fierce justice of my veiny vascular cock. Sorry, wrong person.
At least we're on the same level though with that chemistry. Oh God, sorry.
Like, fuck's sake, Chaz the Vom Master.
I'm from Mansfield, what do you expect?
Chaz thy Vom. You know what, this thumbnail, this one fucking floating image, it's alright.
What floating
I wish that your fucking podcast image of ChaZthyGreat podcast featuring Ragnarobb.
It's not featuring Ragnarobb.
You didn't even put Ragnarobb in the fucking... Oh, you know, yeah, it's not featuring me because I'm hoping to be a regular here. Like, your intention was to have me in every podcast, I'm assuming.
Well,
Hi, Creeper in Green, nice to see you. This is the ChaZthyGreat podcast, and we're talking about jack shit.
Thunder.
What do you mean stealing you?
That's my job. Oh,
You got like...
Rob.
Oh, you just lost a sub.
Well, fuck you.
What were you gonna say, Chaz?
Nintendo of America just tweeted the first like Splatoon 2 edition, the starter edition, is available in stores now. It includes the game, a detailed strategy guide, and 2 stylish sticker sheets.
Wow.
They look very nice. Quality looks very high.
So, Dives, a furry hentai artist, just released a tweet.
God.
You know, as a extension of your thing.
At me.
At you. You don't like furry hentai.
Oh no, fuck it, man. What?
Oh, fuck you.
Don't
want none of that.
Rob, there's a hentai artist who I want you to follow.
Okay, I'm interested. Yeah.
They're called Hughes.
Okay.
They made a very good 0-2 image.
Who?
They're called Hughes.
Okay. No, I know Hughes. The person who they did.
I'll at you and just
do it now. At me. This has now become the. Oh yeah, Dives' work is so good for Fidget. Dives' work is top. Did Rouge the Bat? It's fucking great.
If it includes furries, then I'm out.
Oh, it's this. You love your Darling in the Frank hentai. You just hate the show. You love the hentai.
I don't hate
Cream
it.
pie anal. What the fuck?
I don't hate it. I just don't like the show.
Right, let's see what Hughes has to offer in the media section of. Wow, you know what?
Good
Immediately
shit.
amazing shit.
Good shit.
They're very good at what they do. It's a shame that we have to. Oh, and they play Monster Hunter. Proud of them. Oh, they like lollies.
Yeah, that's like that's just a sad part.
Yeah, not everyone can be perfect.
No.
To be fair, Chaz, you're 14. You're actually allowed to like this. That's not how it works. I'm sorry, internet.
Yeah.
That's not actually how it works.
Getting backer.
Did you just call me a backer?
Yes.
Oh my god, they even did fucking Xenoblade.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, right.
I think I'm Ichigo now though. Monetized what?
Ichigo Kurosaki. Oh my god, this artist is off the chain hook. Right, enough of this fucking Rob, you know what would be a great use of this podcast? Spamming weird porn in the Discord. You're not wrong, Chase. You're not wrong at all.
If you're gonna spam respectful porn, hit that in my Discord. If you're gonna spam a weird
What
shit...
do you mean? What do you mean respectful porn? Do you mean just anything that isn't...
Anything that isn't furries, lollies, yaoi...
what's wrong with yaoi?
It's not for my hentai section. I've got... If you read the rule... Let me find the rule. No, shut up, shut up, let me find the rule. Let me
shut up.
Hang on. Alright. I swear to fuck, if I see anything that isn't hentai in my NSFW channels, you will be instantly banned. I don't want my hentai section to be cluttered with some shit like Rex fucking Tori, you get me? Okay?
You should say, eviscerated, right?
I'll do that, man. You will be... Where is it? Oh, where the fuck did it go?
Where did it go, my dude? Where did it go? You told me to leave you alone. My papa said, come on home. My mama said, take it easy. Chain, chain, chain. You're singing to me. Chain, chain, chain. So, Chaz, what did you want to talk about since we've covered anime, we've covered Smash, we've covered porn for a while, for longer than I expected.
Fucking... You know me, I love me some porn.
Yeah, but like, do you want to talk about healthy masturbation habits?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Not unless 5 people in the chat say that they want to hear healthy masturbation habits.
You do.
No, I do not.
You know you do.
Fuck you. S-Omega says, so I'm under 18. Does that mean lolly hentai is okay? S-Omega, no, that's not.
You know, someone actually got took to court in 2014 for being caught with lollies on their computer. Not joking. I'm not joking.
Like, if they're a teacher, then yeah, I can understand it. If they're just a dude, like, fuck man.
No, it was like a dude of like, I think we were like 30. I think we were like 30 or something.
Well, yeah, if like it can be a telltale sign if you've got like a big cache of it. If you've got a big storage space of just lollies, then it kind of incriminates you as a pedophile. Yeah. To be honest.
Hey Rob, we've got 2 people so far wanting to about fucking.
Fiji wants to
3
hear
people it. Now. I want to hear it.
We gotta hit 5 out of the 11.
5 out of 11. Come on, you busters, say yes. We've got 3 out of 5.
We've got Chase JC, we've got Yubi, we've got Fidget.
We've got 3. Come on.
Gonna need 2 more people who exclusively want to talk about masturbation for us to fucking go there.
You know you do.
There are 12 people watching.
You all know you want to hear about some good old...
Oh my god, Chaz, you are so ready. Chaz, you got 4 in norm A.
That's 4.
His first comment in the whole
chat. We just need 1 more. We can get it. There we go. That's monetized. My boy come through.
That was a monetized already. No, you're right. That's 5.
That's 5. There we go.
In norm A, UB, Chase JC, and Super. No, it was Fidget. It was UB. It was in norm A. It was monetized, and it was Chase JC. So that's 5.
That's 5, right, Rob?
5, right. So, what do you mean, right, Rob?
Well, you seem to just
re-educate you.
You seem to have such a large knowledge on it, man. Let's hear it.
So, to the 11 of you in the chat, Chaz, at the tender age of 14, really enjoys talking about sex.
I fucking love it.
Which is not bad. But when he brought this up, I brought up the conversation of, hey, so I understand that you're a serial masturbator and you're obsessed with hentai, but did you know that although it's very enjoyable, there's a more healthy way to facilitate that rather than whatever the fuck you're doing right now? And Chaz was like, so I came in with my hot knowledge and I was like, right, so. Ah, fuck, I got a cramp in my foot.
Oh, wow.
So, right, so.
I beat my dick off so goddamn hard my left leg has gone numb.
Hey, what up, Twitter? It's Eat the Pussy 4456, and about 3 minutes ago, I beat the fuck out of my dick so goddamn hard.
The thing is, he's so formal, he's like, good evening, Twitter. It's your boy Eat That Pussy 445 here. This is so formal.
He was so ready.
It was so casual.
So to discuss healthy masturbation habits, I explained to ChaZthyGreat that while masturbation is cool and there are all of these health benefits that I'll go on to explain, doing it too often and too much fucked up shit is unhealthy for you mentally due to its ability to repress your ability to enjoy normal sex.
Yes.
Normal sex requires work. It requires time in foreplay. It requires a lot of smells and sounds and shit that you don't get when you're looking at a fucking anime girl get pounded in the ass. And to have too much of a disconnect from what is associated with sex and much more of an affinity with fucking cat girls will only facilitate you so far, and it gives you it basically means that you gain an affinity for unrealistic ideals of sex, and that reduces your ability to be stimulated by normal sex. Can I interrupt? Yes.
3 of 5 wanks this week have actually been fucking
with material. We can go on to explain
with normal, not
normal.
TV.
Oh, okay. I see. So what I went on to explain, Chaz, is that there are reasons why masturbation is positive. It helps keep your sperm healthy because it means that you're recycling sperm and replacing it with healthy new sperm. It helps reduce prostate cancer. And generally speaking, there is a basic you use it, you lose it theme with masturbation. Like just keep your cock healthy, basically. But equally, doing it too much is completely needless and wasteful. So as an amount, I said that it was recommended by fucking does ChaZthyGreat sex has delicate smells? You don't smell a vagina when you're fucking wanking in your room to hentai. You do when you're with a girl. It's totally different, and every single stimulus is important. That being to one side. What I explained was, from what I've understood from research and doctors, is that you don't need to wank more than once a day. Once a day is fine, but arguably a little bit too much. Once every 2 days would be perfectly fine. What I explained to Chaz is if you're going to wank 5 times a week, which would be once every 1 or 2 days, to keep up with the appropriate idea and work required to properly achieve orgasm and sex, you should not be using pornographic material for as many wanks as possible. But as a general rule with how teenagers are, in every 5 wanks that you have, 2 to 3 of them should be just with your imagination and not with any kind of assisted pornography. Yeah,
as you said earlier.
But it's healthier because it encourages you to work harder for it and facilitate an understanding of the stimuli required in full discourse. Basically, is the thing here. So it reduces your lack of affinity for sex. And that's the conversation topic that I brought to Chaz.
Well, yeah, and then I instantly said, I just love hentai.
Yeah. Well, what brought on the whole conversation? We were playing Fortnite. We dropped out of the helicopter, so it's like, right, we're gonna land here, and then there's that silence where all you're doing is floating through the air. No, and Chaz just goes,
I fucking love hentai.
Robert, can I be honest with you? Yes, ChaZthyGreat. I fucking love hentai.
I do.
Cool,
it's
great. That's fantastic,
good.
my dude. I'm so happy for you.
It's wonderful. It's very nice. And you still need to watch part 2 of JoJo and part 3 of JoJo and part 4 of JoJo.
Super Shadow, it's fine to be.
Well, I mean, you would know, wouldn't you?
Don't worry about it at all. I'll fucking punch you in the clit.
You wouldn't, because I'd teleport behind you.
If you're not creative, Super Shadow, then you've got to learn how to be creative. Play a piano, write a poem, and wank with your imagination.
Create your own porn, as that one.
Oh my god! Yes!
Animated his own.
See, the thing is, because half of the people watching it right now came in late, they didn't even hear us fucking have a ball over that.
Oh, don't worry. It's in the podcast. They can listen to it
if they want to go back. But yeah, long story short, there was an internet story of a guy who wanted to wank so badly that when his internet went down, he went on an animation software and animated his own porn, wanked to it very quickly, shut down the software, and then didn't think about it for 17 years.
No, they wiped the computer memory for the past 17 years or something like that.
Chase JC, I showed my housemate the hentai that you sent.
What hentai was
it was like Cookie Girls or some dumb shit. Uncle Rob, can we play Fortnite? Yeah, at some point, SMA. At some point. Probably not tonight. It's getting late. I want to order a curry and wank to my imagination.
A curry?
Yeah, I want a curry. I like me a bit of curry.
Also, Rob, we actually have videos to work on.
Yeah, I guess.
Specific collabs that you have said.
Hey, Chaz, suck a dick.
No.
Right. Chaz, do you know how long this podcast has been going on for exactly?
Where the fuck does it? 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Wow, we've done pretty good for the first episode. So we have covered Smash, we've covered anime as in JoJo and Boku no Hero Academia. We had a large segment on, and masturbation.
We lightly touched on JoJo.
We've lightly touched on JoJo.
Lightly.
There's more to cover, but to be honest,
much more to cover.
Well, yeah, the issue I have so little to commit. I've watched all of Phantom Blood, Speedwagon, and
Speedwagon there.
I've watched half of the first episode of season 2. What's the subtitle for season 2?
Battle Tendency.
Battle Tenacity.
Whoa!
I've got to watch a lot more before I have a lot to fucking input.
Absolutely.
We haven't covered video games. We've discussed we've discussed Xenoblade, we've discussed Bravely Default, we discussed Nier Automata, we discussed fucking Sonic. Fuck Sonic.
Fuck that man.
I think we've covered a lot. Now that Bloodborne is free, you should fucking play that, Chaz, you fat bag of shit.
No, I don't like Bloodborne.
Well, I'll play Fortnite if it means we can play more. This you two hacking HR9 still hate it. Play more fucking. I'm
on rank 38
HR9.
now.
What penis? I'm 41 now. I'm rank 41, I believe. Chaz, I need a pee-pee. I need a big old pee-pee.
Are we gonna end? Yeah. Are we ending the first podcast here then? Or do you want to keep it going for a bit? Do you want to keep it going?
Chaz,
what are you about to say?
I would like to encourage you and the chat to put forward as many really, really hard-hitting, difficult questions to ChaZthyGreat and Ragnarobb.
They're all going to be going to you because they're most of them are from your channel.
It doesn't matter. They can go. Well, no. Okay, whatever questions you put forward, we can both answer.
I don't give a shit about Rob.
Chaz, stop being a salty little.
I'm not being salty. I'm being honest.
I'm not being salty.
Don't be a Pokedan, okay?
Did you just?
I did.
I have clicked the unsubscribe button.
You've not. No.
No. Subscribe to ChaZthyGreat for shit fucking content.
No, shit content. Robert Van Dongen. Robert Van Dongen.
Oh, yeah?
Let's go back to some of your previous videos.
Okay. Like what? Top 10 Pokemon.exe.
Or was that one? There is... Let me click on your channel.
Okay. No, but again, sir,
trip.
What are your opinions on abortion? UB, do you actually want to hear our opinions on abortion?
I think it's okay.
Yeah, chat. Any more detail, Chaz? It's alright.
It's alright, I guess. No. Abortion, I think, is completely fine. As long as it's, like, within the time before they're, like, a fucking...
baby.
Yeah. Then I would say it's completely fine. I hate people who are super, like, critical on it, where, like, say they've just found out, like, 1 week pregnant. And they're like, no! If you get it, you're still killing that child. It's like, but they're not conscious yet. They don't know.
I can't agree with the sentiment that it is ending a life. However, I do agree that women should have a right to what happens to their bodies, and we have no reason to like get in the way of that. Family planning is a luxury that we have of the modern age, just like condoms are a luxury we have of the modern age, and fucking bathwater is a luxury we have of the modern age. If it's within our capacities to do something and we can properly justify the means, absolutely. I'm not against abortion. I'm also not against people who are against abortion. People have their own standards, and I respect people who stick to their guns about what they believe in. I also respect people who are willing to accept that other people have different walks of life, and generally, as long as they are not personally being hurt by the actions of others, or people that they love aren't being hurt by the actions of others, generally let people get on with their own adult decisions. Family planning is a glorious thing that we have in light of us being the most intelligent and developed species. Full stop. Chaz, Chase JC wants to know, Chaz,
Chaz, what's your relationship life with, like, sex, GFs, interests, stuff like... Hang on, wait, what? What's your relationship life? Like, sex... Oh, yeah. I've been single for about a year now. And I'm loving it. Just because I can focus on my own stuff. And
like masturbating to enter.
Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my god.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my god.
With sex, I've not had sex. I'm still a virgin. I mean, come on, I'm 14, my boy.
Respectable, respectable. I respect that.
I strictly want to keep my virginity until 16. 16's the age when I would be okay with losing it.
Also respectable. Yes.
I have, however, had interaction. I nearly unplugged my mic.
I nearly wet myself.
No, why? Man, how are you gonna come up with that?
I'd like to point out that Carlos Pokemon claims it's impossible to pee while you're inside.
Oh god, that's a surprise for you. Sex interests. I will eat an ass. Absolutely. I just will.
Oh, what?
I would. I'm an ass man.
Super Shadow wants to know why can't you get a goof?
It depends, really.
Are you a pagan?
No, I strongly think the best way to get a girl is to just make them laugh.
Is just to what?
Just to make them laugh. Just to be
charming.
Just be charming. Be a gentleman in every right.
I feel as though there are so many variables. Incredibly difficult question to answer. For the most part, I think the biggest reason why people can't get girlfriends is because it requires you to put yourself out, especially as an adult, where you're not going to a school where half the whole population is just women, all in your age group.
School girlfriends.
No, I agree that school girlfriends are a little bit more trivial, but just in terms of chance and statistics, it's far easier because you're forced in a place where there are lots of women or girls the exact same age as you. Whereas if you go to work, half of the people there won't be in your age range, and there'll be significantly less people, depending on the kind of environment you work in.
I think school girlfriends or partners are not worth it.
I don't think that's wholesomely true.
It depends, really.
You learn shit, even if it doesn't last. You learn shit.
Yeah,
it's important to learn.
I think they're just. If you ask me, If you ask me, I don't think they're necessary at all.
I don't think they're necessary, but I don't think they're.
They're not a bad thing. It's just they're not necessary.
Relationships in general aren't necessary. Procreating is to further the species with babies, but nobody requires a relationship to live. You know what I mean?
No.
You can live single for as long as you like. Sounds like my housemate is home. Or somebody's home. Oh well.
I haven't actually met
what was the next question? Next question says, Uncle Rob, how can I get a big titty goth? Find a big titty goth and court them. Fucking be charming.
Oven Factory's just middle-aged, married.
God,
fucking Super Shadow, Daniel. That's his name, Daniel. It is, isn't it?
Oh, Daniel, the Southerner.
Yeah.
He's a cool dude.
That's him. That's Super Shadow.
Oh, I love Daniel.
Yeah, I remember him telling us that he works in an oven place.
What's your opinion on gun control?
Oh, that's a fucking heavy topic. I think guns should be illegal.
I mean, for most countries they are. I think in the modern world, with our sense of diplomacy and how we handle shit, there's no need for guns. The only problem, the reason why I think America guns is because the bad guys already have guns.
Yeah.
You couldn't take guns out of America because everybody who's willing to abuse the power of a gun already has a gun, and therefore you need an equal combatant. For every country, yeah, for every country that doesn't already have a big fucking gun problems, absolutely just keep guns illegal, and there's no need for people to have them. Like literally, if you want to practice fire like clay pigeon shooting or airsoft, get an airsoft gun. Get something that's not fundamentally deadly. You can practice your marksmanship with things other than bullets.
Also, Super Shadow, can I just say, I don't forget you. I know who you are. You're Beast Child, you're Daniel, you're the boy who is into fucking, who was it? You're into
furries.
Yeah, furries.
Furries.
The fucking cat girl or whatever from Star Fox. I know you.
Crystal. Oh fuck yeah.
No! No! No!
fucking stick it in the fox snout.
Wrong! Wrong!
Do you believe in life after death?
I do. Oh no, because it's been really... I will sometimes have really, like, long things. Shut the fuck your mouth. I will have really long things to myself and just thinking about it. Because I like to believe there is, no matter what it is, I think there is still life after death. But it's tricky because you can't answer that question.
I came to the following conclusion regarding life after death. And it's a question that I've thought about off and on as time went by, but this is the final conclusion I came to. The depiction of life after death for most religions is a heaven. Or maybe that's not most religions, but at least like the most prevalent religions right now it's a heaven. It's supposed to be an idyllic resting place. Yeah. My belief is we are perfectly capable of facilitating heaven on earth.
You said this
so
before.
Why do we need heaven at all? I don't believe we have an afterlife because the job of human beings should be to facilitate an idyllic reality, not an idyllic death.
So you believe that once we die, that's it?
Yeah, I believe that when we die, our bodies become food for the ants, flies, whatever's left goes into the ground and is eaten up by the trees. Similarly to the way that I've eaten pigs and all meat, we are all just part of a cycle of cells dividing and growing.
That is what scares me, because life after death is such a scary topic to me. Especially like just the thought of not existing. I think the finality of it is inspiring. I think the idea that you are given one ticket and it is your opportunity to do the best you can or experience as much glory as possible is more inspiring to live a better life than I'll die and I'll look back and think about it and talk to my granddad in it. Like, no, you get one go. You get one go. And a lot of people are petrified by that. I am. It's so horrifying.
I think it's more scary to think, oh yeah, you could go to hell. You could just be tortured for eternity. I think that's fun.
I don't believe in hell. I don't believe in it.
You believe in the Soul Society. Hashtag bleach.
What is that?
Soul Society is a.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
The depiction of the afterlife in the anime Bleach. You're not forgettable, Daniel. If you didn't notice, as soon as he was like, Daniel, I was like, what, the Southerner? Of you. Dumbass. Hey. Switzerland has one of the lowest gun murder rates, and every man is required to have a gun, so that everyone has one. Oh, that's interesting. Catgirl, excuse me.
The problem about non-life after death ideology is our inability to conceive or lack of existence.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty poignant way to put it. I don't think we're supposed to exist forever. I think while immortality or really, really extended life might eventually reach as an intelligent species, I do think it's wholesomely unnatural. I'd want to have a optional immortality. I'd want to live until I feel like I've done enough and then end it after learning 17
I would have that. I would have an optional immortality because the thought of just living forever itself is scary. Just not being able to die. Because I feel at some point, whether we like it or not, we have to die.
Wait, let me put this to you. If you're scared of living forever, why is an afterlife appealing in the slightest? You'd go there and you'd live forever. Do you die in the afterlife? Can you sleep? Why, if people are afraid to live forever, why do they want an afterlife?
It's a good point. Then again, I think this might piss you off because I think I remember you saying this, but you don't believe in ghosts, is that correct?
No, not even.
Oh.
I believe, right. So let me explain. I believe that humans have the capacity to experience things that they can't understand. A lot of places where they claim to have ghost sightings, they've done studies on like sound waves, and they found that they all emit a certain high-pitched frequency that makes people nervous, but they can't hear. So people can experience a lot of different stimuli and take it to feel some certain way. I also have the idea, this is an idea that I came up with when I was a child. I thought, right, so every thought that you have is an electrical impulse between cells. When you die, that electricity still exists.
Yeah,
what if it's transferred into the world around you, and a subtle piece of you still exists, and that's the closest thing we have to a ghost.
Humans and everything else is made up of atoms which contain electrons, which is electricity in itself.
Yeah, to a degree, yeah. So I always thought, like, I love you, Daniel. I always thought, like, even if you die, there is residual you. Your atoms still existed in the composition that was you. Yeah. Whatever's left over in some way, shape, or form could be still interpreted by human beings. Whatever this could be, might be the closest thing that I could scientifically fathom as a ghost. Just leftover bits of you when you're dead, leftover residual of every thought that you had.
I would want to be reborn, living forever or life death would be horrid. I would love to.
Reborn sounds good. Rebirth sounds more appropriate than immortality or afterlife.
I would fucking love that. Just
Chaz.
You're gonna what?
We gotta end the podcast.
Oh, well, I was just about to get into something.
Okay, go in. I'll give you 5 minutes.
Right.
Because I gotta go.
Right. So being reborn instead of dying forever, I think reborn would be like being reborn instead of dying forever would probably be a lot. Well, obviously, it's a lot better. But as in a chance of how would it be? Like, would you not remember anything after? Because there are people who say they die, but who said they have died, but have come back remembering parts of their past life. So how is that? Is it just rumor? Is it just like some?
I think that's just delusional, to be honest.
But what if? Because if you heard,
if there was the system in place, if there was some godly divine system, it wouldn't make sense that there'd be gaps in the system. If it's based on their experience is based on a religion, then it's under the premise that it's almighty and infallible. There wouldn't just be some people who suddenly slip through the crack. God wouldn't let people slip through the cracks and suddenly stop blabbing about heaven.
Well, no, you've seen
somebody with a subjective experience.
You've seen the case of the 2-year-old boy who solved his own murder.
No.
A boy who was about 2 years old said that he was killed in his past life.
It's half 11. Chase.
GMT UK. It was told that he was killed in his past life, and so he claimed that he knew where he was buried and that he was buried with an axe. And he was killed with an axe.
Yeah.
And so they went to the place where he said he was buried, and discovered actual bones of a child, like a skeleton.
Yeah.
And wounds that matched up of like an axe. And then they even like confronted his killer because he must have like remembered his face through the afterlife. And then apparently like the killer was suspicious and even admitted to murdering the child. But that's such a confusing, like, how does one, as you said, like slipping through the cracks?
The human race is full of like in a data set of 7 billion humans, we're gonna get some things happen. Is basically what I think stuff like that is. There's always gonna be some, like imagine. Right, so the chances of winning the lottery are like, no, that's a wrong allegory. So you know when people refer to something as, if anything was actually 1 in a million, it would have happened hundreds of times because the amount of things going on are significantly. If you count the 7 to 8 billion people that there are, how many millions are there in 7 billion? How many millions are there in 7 billion? If you are 1 in a million, there are hundreds of you. You are not unique by any means. There's several millions in 7. The allegory that I'm trying to make is, the allegory that I'm trying to make is that in such an incredulously unfathomably large data set, everything has happened, and there's going to be crazy coincidences, like crazy occurrences that maybe aren't coincidental. Like,
hang on, but just to debunk your theory that you think the kid witnessed a murder. It's a 2-year-old kid. He would not be let out of his mother or parents or guardian's side, let's think about if they were a good parent, to say that they just went up to a field and discovered his own bones, I kind of believe that.
You doubt it?
I doubt that the kid witnessed a murder. I believe that he was killed in a past life.
I've got to go, my dude.
Right, well, in that case, we're going to end the stream here. My boys, thank you so much for tuning in to the first fucking podcast. We're not really going to do them live that often. We might do them every now and then. How do you think to that, Rob?
Every now and then I'm cool with, just as long as I got the fucking time, man.
Yeah. Alright, so guys, just so you know, just to promote my shit,
turn around! Every now and then!
Shut up. We've got my Twitter in the description. We've got my Discord in the description. And then we've got Rob's Twitter in the description. Not his Discord, because he doesn't need any more Discord members. I need the Discord members, so just so you know. But yeah, if you enjoyed it and would like to see more content or shit in the future, then please go ahead and subscribe. And with all that being said, we'll see you next time. Rob, do you have anything to say?
I hope that you like. Sorry, I was going to do something memey, but genuinely, I enjoy having a nice old natter. If you enjoy this kind of shit, then let us know so we can do more of it. And we can talk about current events, anime, video games, and masturbation, like we do.
Yes, I love that. Anyway, guys, take care.
I love it. See you guys soon.
Have a nice night. Goodbye.